Hey everybody, how is it going today? Well, in this video, I'm going to be going over the recent news on TSNP, and then we're going to go over to the charts, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on their recent price action. Then after that, I'm going to get into some of our current positions and give you updates on those as well. Now, if you're new to my channel, I like to find short-term and long-term trading and investing opportunities in typically lower-priced stocks. I like to find undervalued stocks with high growth potential and talk about all other things finance-related as well. If that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any future trading or investing ideas. But please remember, I am not a financial advisor, so do all of your own research before investing in any of these stocks. Now, in today's news, Tesoro Enterprises announced that its merger with Humble LLC is complete. It says the company is now a registered Delaware corporation. Additional amendments are now being filed with the Delaware Secretary of State's office to change the name of the corporation to Humble Inc. Furthermore, corporate actions are being prepared for filings with the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority to have the public entity named Humble Inc. together with a request for a change in the ticker symbol to HMBL. Humble celebrated the merger by launching its new landing page at humblepay.com, which premieres the company's brand video, A Borderless Day in Baja. The video has received overwhelming response and previews to industry professionals and Humble partners. As a result of the completion of the merger, Humble was able to consummate November 23, 2020 agreements to raise funding through the cash sale of warrants. As these warrants are exercised, Humble will access up to $50 million in equity funding to be used for marketing of Humble Global brand, the Humble mobile app, and Humble Hub's merchant software, as well as the distribution and partnerships around the world. Shares acquired through the exercising of the warrants will not be saleable through the retail market for a period of 1 year from the purchase date of the warrants. The CEO of Humble, Brian Foote, said again, "We aren't building Humble for the 350 million customers using PayPal, but for the 7 billion for whom money moves in different pathways, formats, and cost structures." All right, well, here is the current daily chart of Tesoro Enterprises, ticker symbol TSNP. But before I get into it, I do want to remind you that we do have that Patreon link down there in the description. If you want to be a part of the community and know what we are trading before we put it on YouTube, the link is down below. We'd be happy to have you. And also, I am going on vacation starting tomorrow, so there's going to be some slowing down of the YouTube content. But I will be back in a couple of weeks, so don't forget about me. But once I get back from vacation, I'll get right back into it. But here is the daily chart, and as we can see, it has pulled back a little bit earlier in the day, but it is bouncing off that 8-period exponential moving average, and it has moved into the middle part of yesterday's candle. So this is a very bullish sign for a stock that is down slightly, at least at the moment. There's still a couple hours left in the trading day. This is a super bullish sign from a technical point of view. You can see the bounce off of the 8-period exponential moving average, plus there is the support area between 23 and 25 cents, so it is bouncing off of that as well. So if you are a shareholder or if you bought this dip, you got to be super happy with today's action, because this is still a very, very bullish looking chart, and we can see the volume on the day, even though it is down, or it's technically up, but it was down for most of the day. The volume is light, so there was not heavy selling. So, like I said, if you are long this chart or this company, you got to be very, very happy with today's price action. I think it's going to be much higher in the future. I don't know why I'm obsessed with this stock, but I am. I just think this thing is going to go parabolic. So I can't wait for it to take off. I'm eagerly anticipating it. But let's go to the intraday chart. Let's go to the 15-minute chart, and we can see that support area just a little bit better. Let me back out. But you can see, let me draw a rectangle in this support area between 23 and 25. And as you can see, it bounced perfectly off of it. It was only in there for just a minute, and it's exploded higher after gapping down into it, and it is starting to hook higher. Let me zoom in a little bit here, and we can see that just a little bit better. Let me get this stuff out of here. But we can see it is starting to hook higher, and if in today's price action, if it ends up towards the upper end of the candle, that is a super, super bullish sign for this stock, the way that it's bouncing off of that support area. Let me go back to the daily. if it can end above 30 cents in the upper range of this candle, I think that is a very, very bullish sign, and that means that there's probably going to be good things to come. Even if the stock does fall below this 8-period exponential moving average, as long as it does it on very light volume and it doesn't do it, not a huge red day, I don't think that that's even enough to negate the technical uptrend that it's in right now. So, I mean, the volume is super low. I expect this to be higher. I mean, I know that this is a very, very heavy traded stock. There's a ton of shares, and I know that scares a lot of people away. But the fact that this stock is up on a down day in the market, as of right now, the market is down quite a bit. And Tesoro Enterprises is up on the day. And I know it's a penny stock, but when the market is down big, it weighs on everything. When the market is down big, people usually don't want to be buying. They want to be waiting and seeing what's going to happen. And the fact that all the averages are down and this one is still positive for the day, I think that's another good sign technically for this chart. So if you are holding this company or if you bought on the pullback, you got to be liking today's action because I think there are still very good things to be coming from Tesoro Enterprises, and I think this one is going to be higher in the near future. All right, I am going to be doing a quick update on our current positions that we have open. This has been a very busy several days for me, so unfortunately I haven't been able to get in as much trading as I would like. I've been getting ready for the vacation and taking care of a few other things that I had going on. But I was able to close half of this position out yesterday at $2.95. I thought for sure this thing was going to be able to bust past $3. I expected to take half off around 3.25, but for whatever reason, it could not seem to break past $3 a share. Let me go to the intraday chart. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. We can see 1, 2. Maybe I should not be doing this because this takes too long to get these bubbles. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4 touches at $3, and it couldn't get past it, so now it is pulling back heavy. If I had known that today was going to be a huge down day in the market, I would have probably taken it all off the table, but nobody knows that. And because it was finding resistance at $3 that we just saw on that 15-minute chart, when you have a big down day in the market, the path of least resistance is going to be down. I was hoping the market was going to continue to be strong and hopefully pull UUU up, but it hasn't done that so far. I am contemplating selling the rest of my position. I hate to sell off a stock if it is above the 8-period exponential moving average, but this is a very nasty looking red candle. I am hoping that it's going to have a reversal and look kind of like it did on yesterday's candle, where it closed near the upper end of the bar. I'm guessing with how much pressure is on the overall market right now, that is probably not going to happen. So still thinking about getting rid of the rest of this position in case the down day that is going on today happens to be the first of a few in a row. If it is, then I want to have some cash available to take advantage. I'm going to be on vacation, so I don't know if I'll be able to be available, but usually when I go on vacation, the market crashes anyway, so I try to raise a little bit of cash anyway. So, but that is the update on UUU. It has that nasty looking red candle, but for the moment I am still in it. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to Rave. Rave Restaurant Group was having a very nice day early on, but because the overall market has had pressure, it is putting pressure on this one. Let's go to the minute chart. We can see this exploded higher earlier in the day on big volume, not only on the open, but right around noon it exploded higher, and it has been pulling back. For whatever reason, it has been selling off. Let me go to the 15-minute chart, back it out. We can see that that has been the theme lately. It gets a big move up and just fades out. It gets a big move up, fades out. Now this one broke to a new high and has faded out, so technically that is a very good sign, but no one likes to see the rug getting pulled out from under you. But it is still trending higher. You know, if we move in, just let me go to the hourly chart. If we move in just a little bit closer, what do we see going on? We can see this starting to round up. So this is a very nice looking pattern. The lows are getting higher. I would like it better if the market wasn't under so much pressure, because it does affect penny stocks. Believe it or not, you know, nobody wants to be buying when the overall market is getting crushed. But I think that Rave is still looking super good, and actually it's looking more bullish than some of the other stocks that we are holding, when I was thinking that Rave was the least bullish several days ago. But I think Rave is still looking super good, and hopefully can get some more momentum going to the upside. Well, let's look at another one that is under pressure. Let's look at IGC. We own IGC, or at least I own IGC at $1.48. So we bought right in this area before it exploded higher, but it has just been fading. Now, if we go to the intraday chart, let's go to the 15-minute chart. We can see there is support right here at about $1.65. Actually, that's a little high, but we can see we have support right around $1.65, so it is fading down into it. And if I zoom in just a little bit closer, if IGC can blast above $1.80 and hold it, I think this is a very good looking reversal pattern, because most trend reversals come from a false break. Let me get to the hourly chart. Maybe we can see it just a little bit better. Let me get this out of the way. But like I was saying, most reversals come from false breaks. So what do we have right here? We got a low, we got another low where it held that support. So this is technically support. And what do we have here? We have a false break if it gets higher. And it looks like it is holding it so far. It is not having a big follow through on the downsides. If I zoom in just a little bit closer, I think if we can get a green candle that looks something like this on the hourly chart, get back into the 185, 190 area and start to trend sideways and hold it, I think this has a very good chance of being the reversal, and it could be starting the next leg of this uptrend. So I'm still going to hold on to this one in anticipation of that. If that happens, if this doesn't happen and it breaks $1.65, I'm probably going to just move on to the next one and close this position. If it breaks $1.65, it's probably going to be down to right around where I bought it pretty quickly. So chances are, if I do end up getting out of this one, it'll probably be at a break even, maybe even a tiny loss or a tiny gain, but it'll basically be a wash. But I think this is a very bullish pattern developing in IGC if it can get higher. I would love to see this close around $1.90 today or tomorrow. And if that happens, I think we got another leg upcoming. All right, well, let's go to the next one. Let's go to AUMN. AUMN, of course, is being dragged down by the market as well, but it is still above that 8-period exponential moving average, so I'm not too worried just yet. If we back out just a little bit, and still see how nice that pattern looks. And it's not going down on super huge volume. I think this is just a victim of the huge down day we're having in the overall market. But I'm sitting tight on AUMN. We're in it at 56 cents a share, so we're up just a tiny bit. But I definitely want to give this some more room to move around. If it breaks below, probably 50 cents or so, if it breaks below the support area between 51 and 54 cents, I'm probably just going to cut my losses and move on to the next one and just count this one as a wash. But let's go to the next one, which is RPTX. RPTX is still above the 8-period exponential moving average. It's actually a decent looking candle for a red one. So despite the overall market getting crushed, RPTX is still holding its own. So that is a very good sign. Since I'm going on vacation, I wish some of these were making, more distinct moves up or down so I could make a decision. But unfortunately, they are kind of in a holding pattern, so it's going to be tough for me to keep an eye on them. but that's what I'm going to have to do, at least in the beginning parts of it. So that is the update on the current positions. All right, folks, that's all I have for you today. I'm going to end the video right there. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down there in the comments section, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, and until next time, take care, everybody.